Yesterday, I released a video on the open letters that were made within my industry and the writing industry, which addresses the Supreme Court ruling that clarifies the definition of woman, even though we really didn't need to know, but we had to get that re-clarified. Well, anyway, Paapa Essiedu, we're going to be talking about his actions because he was one of those names on the list. And believe me, I think you'll be surprised by my response, I guess you could say. Hello and welcome back to Chat About It, Don't Shout About It with me, Rachel, the Queen of the Woke, as crowned by one of my haters. Don't forget to like, share, and subscribe to the channel. Switch on the notification bells so that you know when I am releasing another video. Thank you to everyone who's joined me already. I could not run this channel without you. I've got a goal of 2,000 subscribers. Can we do it? Please do keep it nice within the comments. Nice, healthy debate. Thank you. So, a lot of people noticed that Paapa Essiedu signed this open letter that I have on screen, an open letter to film and television industry professionals and cultural bodies. Okay, now a lot of people think that this is wrong, that he shouldn't have signed it. Now, I'm going to say this. I believe that Paapa Essiedu can sign this letter if he really wants to and appear in the Harry Potter series if that's what he wants to do. Yes, the casting is debatable, but you know, he's going to get a big paycheck. So I think he's going to be okay regardless, okay? But I am aware that a lot of people who I think some of you may deem would be on my side of the argument believe that this is him giving a massive middle finger to J.K. Rowling, the author of the Harry Potter series and the producer, one of the producers on the HBO series. So I don't think that is necessarily the case, okay? I think this is perhaps something where he is, I can work on Harry Potter, but I can also sign this letter too. And so long as he doesn't start dragging J.K. Rowling's name through the mud, then there wouldn't be any reason to fire him for having a view that's protected by law, technically. And it is true, gender critical beliefs are protected in the law in the workplace. But let's take a look at the article. Harry Potter reboot actor among hundreds to sign letter on trans rights. Paapa Essiedu is set to play Snape in the new series, a project that has been controversial over its links to J.K. Rowling. Well, she is the writer of the series. Paapa Essiedu, one of the stars of the new Harry Potter series, is among the hundreds of TV and film professionals who have signed an open letter calling for an industry action on trans rights. The letter expressing solidarity with trans and non-binary community demands that industry institutions such as BAFTA, BBC, BFI and Channel 4, and they included BEC2, which is another union, commit to protecting and including trans people. It was started by Motive Pictures producer Sid Strickland and script editor Jack Casey just 2 weeks after the controversial UK Supreme Court ruling that defines a woman based on biological sex. Essiedu's decision to sign in support follows his recent casting as Severus Snape. The role was so wonderfully played by Alan Rickman in the films in HBO's Harry Potter show, which is produced by J.K. Rowling. Eddie Redmayne, who starred in the Harry Potter spin-off Fantastic Beasts and Where to Find Them, also signed the letter. The forthcoming Harry Potter TV series has divided fans and stars of the Wizarding World franchise due to what many people say is Rowling's T-phobic rhetoric. Although the series is yet to start production, there is already a growing backlash with many questioning those involved over their stance on the trans community. You remember John Lithgow was just like, yeah, I don't really care. You can think what you want. It's fine. I'm still going to play Dumbledore. You know? But because Essiedu has joined a new Potter project, After Rowling's views on trans issues have come to light, his decision to also sign the letter has not sat well with many fans. On Reddit, one user accused Essiedu of having his cake and eating it too. Another wrote, "I know one other thing you can do to support trans people, Paapa." In other words, quit Harry Potter. And he doesn't have to, okay? He really doesn't have to. It's funny how they suddenly all just turn. It's like they've got an internal battle going on with their mind. They're like, I wonder if, if Paapa is like signing this list. Oh, great, he signed it. Oh no, but wait, he's signed up for this, so this is bad. Oh, he's such, oh my goodness. Well, anyway, we've got this to look at. These are some of the tweets on X following this. Okay. Oh, and just please also note that Paapa was cast in this way before this Supreme Court clarification came about and this letter came about. Okay. If Paapa Essiedu is so anti-J.K. Rowling, then perhaps he should show some moral courage and resign from the HBO Harry Potter series, or perhaps his morality can be bought with a multi-million-pound paycheck. We want a book-accurate Snape, so he won't be missed. So this person clearly is not happy with the casting of Snape, but also thinks that Paapa is anti-J.K. Rowling. It could just be the case of, well, she's allowed her opinions and I'm allowed mine. And that is absolutely 100% fine. But it gets better. Okay, well, not better because I don't really condone the way that they're talking here. If Paapa Essiedu had a tenth of a moral conviction his virtuous signalling about he'd quit his role as Severus Snape, he won't. Otherwise, he's just another snivelling, misogynistic grifter looking to appease the trans activists. Interesting analogy, because some of the things that I wonder about some of the people who sign that list is because they don't want to get cancelled. Could it be that Paapa is the same? Interesting. If Paapa Essiedu truly supported trans and non-binary people, he wouldn't be starring in a reboot television series based on the work of the most notoriously bigoted T-phobe of all time. Okay. Have you got any evidence of that? You can't be in a Harry Potter reboot and support trans rights. Well, you can. You absolutely 100% can. Weird that. Paapa Essiedu signing a token trans rights pledge, we know why, while happily taking J.K. Rowling's money is like pest control marching for spider rights. Okay. If he's so opposed to her, why cash the checks? Fire him. We won't be watching otherwise. They won't fire him for having a gender-critical belief, no matter how opposite it is to J.K. Rowling. And just because he signed that doesn't mean to say that he is opposed to her. J.K. Rowling has also addressed Paapa Essiedu being fired. J.K. Rowling on why Paapa Essiedu won't be fired from Harry Potter series for advocating for trans rights. J.K. Rowling explains why she wouldn't fire Paapa Essiedu from Harry Potter series despite their opposing views about the trans community. Lately, Rowling is best known for her anti-trans rhetoric and has gloated over the UK Supreme Court's ruling that a woman is defined by biological sex. Essiedu is set to play Severus Snape on the HBO series, which was one of the over 400 actors, including Fantastic Beasts Eddie Redmayne, who signed a petition calling for the entertainment industry in the UK to protect the trans community. Rowling took to social media to cite an article that debated whether she would want Essiedu off the series. And I have the very tweet right here. I don't have the power to sack an actor from the series, and I wouldn't exercise it if I did. I don't believe in taking away people's jobs or livelihoods. Good, because I don't believe that either. Because they hold legally protected beliefs that differ from mine. Well said. I can't argue with that. But HBO have also been involved in not the signing of this particular letter, but they have addressed what J.K. Rowling believes. Okay, but listen to this, and I've got respect for this. HBO's Casey Bloys also recently addressed Rowling's anti-trans views, saying it won't have an impact on the series. The decision to be in business with J.K. Rowling is not new for us, said Bloys on the Town with Matthew Baloney podcast. We've been in business for 25 years. We already have a show on HBO from her called CB Strike, which is based on the Strike novels, that we do with the BBC. He continued, it's pretty clear that those are her personal political views. She's entitled to them. Harry Potter is not secretly being infused with anything. If you want to debate her, you can go on Twitter. Floyd also added, our priority is what's on the screen. Obviously, the Harry Potter story is incredibly affirmative and positive and about love and self-acceptance. That's a priority. What's on the screen? Yep. So you heard it from HBO. It's her personal views, her political views. And that's not going to be infused with any anti-trans rhetoric. And it doesn't exist in the stories anyway. So why would they need to put it in, especially if they're doing an authentic, so-called authentic retelling of the series? But yes. So people think that he should be fired. People think that he's a misogynist for signing that, but then doing Harry Potter, which, it is up to him at the end of the day, no matter what I think of the open letter as to whether or not he wants to sign it. It doesn't matter whether I agree with him or not either in that sense. Like, if I were ever to work with Paapa, then our views on trans rights, whilst I believe that gender dysphoria is very real and you do what you have to do, and I find that trans people based in their biology very respectable, we should just be able to get along just fine, Paapa and I, if we were to work together with opposing views. It's a job. You've got to put your head down and you've got to get on with it. And if he wants to continue with that, so long as he does not start dragging J.K. Rowling through the mud and saying things that are bad about her or anything bad about the series, there's absolutely no reason why he should be fired. I still don't really like actors tying in political views and going on a political stomping ground. I still say that, and I still stand by that. That will never change. But I also say they are allowed their opinions if they are political, and they are subject to criticism, much as I am also subject to criticism. So let me know what you think. Chat about it, don't chat about it. Like, share, subscribe to the channel. Thank you very much for watching. I'll be back tomorrow at 4 p.m. with a continuation with this open letter business. Thank you. Bye bye.